Alright, hi you guys. I just gotta make sure I'm live. Let's see. Testing one, two.
Hi guys. I just gotta make sure I'm live.
Testing one, two.
Let's see. Testing one, two.
Okay, alright. Alright, perfect. So I am live. Perfect. Alright, so this is my first time getting my Corniya Vlogs channel set up on my OBS streaming. So this is my first time streaming on my Corniya Vlogs channel. I usually stream on my other YouTube channels because I have like 10 YouTube channels. Alright, so y'all, I lost my voice, so bear with me. I lost my voice, so bear with me. Alright, so the title of this video is called Suing / Exposing the Pediatrician Office for Defaming Us to the New Pediatrician Office. Shaking my head. Alright, so as you guys know, my boys, my 1-year-old and my 3-year-old, I lost my voice, so bear with me. My 1-year-old and my 3-year-old, I am in the process of transferring them from one pediatrician office to another, because I just feel like this pediatrician office is trash as hell. When I tell you it's trash as hell, and it has been trash over the past 3 years now. Like, whenever we need to see the pediatrician, they always say, go to the hospital, go to the hospital, go to the hospital, go to the hospital. And it's like, what's the purpose of having a pediatrician? We got to go to the hospital. A lot of times we have went there, but most of the times we went to the hospital. And my children, they have, like, you know, on and off asthma and other little issues and other problems and stuff. So they have to be seen a lot, you know, unfortunately. And because they have to be seen a lot of times we just decided to go to the hospital, because they like go to the hospital because they always say the doctor is never there. She probably there 1 or 2 times a month or 3 times a month, I don't know. But every time I call to try to get my children in, they always say she's never there. And I've been bearing with it for the past 3 years now. So a lot of times we'll see a new doctor at the same facility, or we'll see another doctor or another doctor or another doctor. And it's like, we have seen like 5 or 6 doctors. And most of the time, they don't have the patience for me to just sit there and explain everything about my children. Because, you know, it's a lot to have to just start over and explain everything about my children. It's too much. So it's like, and then like they ain't good on like referrals. They ain't good on none of that. When it come down to PAs, they not good with none of that. They will have you waiting for 1, 2, 3 months. Like, it had got to the point where we had to go up there several times. We had to call several times. And then the lady that work up front, the black lady, it's like she just always have an attitude. And it's like, what the hell? Like, if you get an attitude with me, I'm gonna get one right back with you. So I was thinking, like, ain't no telling what that black lady told them. She probably told them that I said A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't know, but she kept getting attitudes with me. So you damn right I got one back. And she pretty much told the whole office or whatever. So when my husband finally went up there, and he was like, hey, can y'all send, you know, the information, blah, 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 that we've been asking for the past few weeks, because we called several times and we came up here several times, but no one still haven't signed the papers. And the people been waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks. Actually, they've been waiting since July. And it's September. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just get a new doctor for like several reasons, because I feel like my 1-year-old, my 3-year-old, they shouldn't have to go through that. They shouldn't have to go through seeing a different person every time, because the other lady's never in office. Like, it's just always something. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to show y'all the name of the facility right now. I got it up here. It's called Physicians to Children. So what I did, I wrote a review on their page, by the way. I did. So I wrote a review on their page, and the doctor office that we are trying to get into is Montgomery Pediatric Associates. We've been trying to get into their office, but they denied us because they pretty much said that as we were trying to get into their office, and the thing is, like, with Montgomery Pediatric Associates, I asked them, I was like, I told them, I was like, we need to get in ASAP, because my children asthma is acting up, like asthma, and they've been like coughing, sneezing, wheezing, on breathing treatments, on albuterol for weeks and weeks now, so they really need to see a doctor. And I'm like, I don't want to go to the hospital because usually when we go to the hospital for asthma, oh wait, it said there's no sufficient distance for recording. Okay, as long as it don't end. Let me make sure I'm still live, by the way, y'all. Let me make sure.
I'm still live, by the way, y'all.
Okay, yeah. So it's saying I don't have no space to record, but it's still live. Okay. So pretty much, Montgomery Pediatric Associates denied us because they pretty much said that physicians to children, they pretty much told them a whole bunch of stuff. At first they didn't want to tell me, but then when I called them, they was like, they pretty much said that when it comes to your two children, you was real hesitant on getting them vaccinated, and we don't want to have to deal with that. Now, every single mother in this world, after they have their first child and their second child, they get nervous at the thought of vaccinations. So they like, oh, I don't know if I want to do it because I'm scared. I heard bad things about it. I heard the ingredients was horrible. Like, I heard like a million horror stories about children getting vaccinated. And it's like, why do they need to get like 20 shots by the age of 1? Like, I have always questioned that. What parent wouldn't question that? So they use that against me. Now, when it came down to my second born, I was hesitant. I was real hesitant on getting him vaccinated. So I had waited like a couple months. Because I'm like, I don't know. Because like with my first baby, I noticed when I got him vaccinated, I noticed that he would have like, trigger warning, he would have like blood in his poop. Like every time he would get vaccinated, he'll have like other issues where he'll run a fever so high. And it was just so many issues. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to get my second born vaccinated. So I was real hesitated because as a mother, who wouldn't be? Especially if with the first baby, you know, you had all these type of issues and problems. And I called to tell them about it right after he'll get vaccinated. And they'll be like, well, it can't be the vaccination. Got to be something else. But when I tell you, that lady, she ain't never in office. It's like, why would I let my children continue to go here for years? My 1-year-old and my 3-year-old. If, first of all, every time I try to schedule an appointment with this office, do you know what happens? Do you know what happens? Let me tell you what happens. They tell me, we can't see the both of your boys. We can only see one. We can only see one. Doing checkup appointments. You can only see one. We can only see one. And I'm like, what? I'm like, the other child is having issue with asthma or having issue with this or that. Because like one time they were telling me I can only get one child in the office. But the other child can't. I'm like, but the other child wheezing and stuff. So when I got there, when I went to the bank, I said, I know y'all told me over and over again that y'all can't see the other child, but he wheezing. And he have other issues. Y'all know how to do something. And it's just this ongoing issue, like back to back. It's like, come on now, man. Like, come on now. Why y'all can't see both my children at the same time? Y'all, my voice is gone, so that's why I can't really talk. Why y'all can't see both my children at the same time? But let me tell you, physicians of children decided to call the new pediatrician office, Montgomery Pediatrics, and they decided to tell them a whole bunch of stuff. That they pretty much said, oh well, they was real hesitant on vaccinations, so you shouldn't let them come to your office. Don't accept them because of this reason, that reason. I just feel like when it comes down to vaccination, she gonna change her mind, or it's gonna be hard to persuade her and this and that because you know she don't want to get her children vaccinated. I said my children are up to date on all of their vaccinations. I said I didn't want them to be vaccinated, but they are up to date. I didn't want them to be vaccinated for a million reasons, you know, because I've actually did my research. But because this office pressured me so much, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get them vaccinated. So they are updated. And then the thing is, they want to say it took me a while before I got them vaccinated. Let me tell you something. The doctor, she is barely in office. So a lot of times they have scheduled the appointments like 6, 7, 8 weeks out because she's just never there and her schedule is so busy. Her schedule is so busy, so they'll schedule it way out because her schedule is very busy. So it's like, okay, her schedule busy. Okay, that's fine. Because they called me, they was like, hi, we're going to have to reschedule. They had called me twice before. Hi, we're going to have to reschedule because she got workshop, or she got this, she got that, or she not going to be in office, or something happened. And I'm like, okay. But then once I got that phone call, I started to record it because I'm like, I know something going to backfire. So I remember one day Medicaid called me because Medicaid was like, you missed the last appointment. I was like, yeah, because they told me the doctor had workshop. Like, why would you call Medicaid to tell Medicaid that I'm missing appointments, but you know that y'all be scheduling appointments 6, 7, 8 weeks later, and then you want to say, oh, she had workshop, oh, she had this, oh, she had that. Hell, when I try to get my children in the door so they can both be seen, y'all tell me they can't be seen because she's too full, she's too booked. Either she's too booked or she's just not there. And it's like, my thing is, I really regret taking my children to this office because I remember when I was trying to get my children, when I was trying to get my 3-year-old in 3 years ago, when he was first born, they just kept saying, oh, well, we don't have no space, we don't have no room, we don't got this, we don't got nothing. But then when I posted in one of the groups to try to find a doctor, she saw it and then she inboxed me and she said, I'm going to squeeze you in. For some reason, unfortunately, I went on and let her. I went on and let her squeeze them in, so I just went on and, my firstborn, my 3-year-old, I went on and let him start going now. So I'm like, okay, I let him go. But I shouldn't have did that. I should have went to an office that's not full and not booked at all. But they pretty much called the new office and told them, do not accept my 1-year-old, my 3-year-old. Let me mind you, my 1-year-old, my 3-year-old, they are very asthmatic. They be back and forth to the hospital every now and then because of asthma. I'm not going to the hospital no more because they're not going to do nothing. They're going to have you sitting there 6, 7, 8, 9 hours for nothing. And then they are autistic. They be banging their head a lot. Like, it's just so much that goes on. Like, my children, they have a lot of issues. My baby have throat issues. They have a lot of issues that I'm not finna really get into. But because they have so many issues, they kind of need a pediatrician. So it's like, why would you stop us from going to the new pediatrician office? And then I know whenever we found another new pediatrician, they going to call them and they going to say some stuff too. But they pretty much said due to behavior issues in me, they shouldn't accept me. And then due to us being hesitant on getting our child vaccinated because we were scared. Why would you use that against me to call the new doctor office and tell them that? As far as the vaccination. And as far as the behavior issues, that day that we went to the doctor, and when they seen one of my children, because they didn't want to see both of them, they wanted to see one. They had us sitting in that wait room for 3 hours. I swear to God. I swear to God, everything that I'm saying is true. They had us sitting on for 3 hours. So when they finally did call us, I was like, it's about damn time because we've been sitting here all day. That's what I said. I sure did. And let me tell you something. Any other parent, they probably would have did more than that. Because you're not thinking about my time. I had a lot to do that day. I had a lot going on. My children was sick. They was wheezing, huffing, and puffing. And you can only see one. I said, it's about damn time. I sure did. So they want to tell them it's behavior issues. Yeah. Okay, well, if you want to say behavior issues, I said it's about damn time. If you send a doctor out for 3 hours with your children, you'll be mad too. I did say it's about damn time. And when I tell you, they had got so mad at me, they was like, if you do that again, we're going to have to excuse you from the office, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, so they pretty much called up them and said, oh, if you accept them, it's going to be some behavior issues, blah, 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 this and that and the third. Like, they told them, and then they even made up lies about us and told them. So it's like, come on now, man. So I'm in the process of suing them with a lawyer right now because it's like, come on now, man. Why would you tell them to deny us? And my children are asthmatic. They've been coughing, sneezing. Like, the asthma has been getting the best of them. And the breeder treatments haven't been working. The albuterol haven't been working. Well, it have been working, but only to an extent. So it's like they really need a pediatrician and they can't get one because the old doctor office is going to call the one that we trying to get in there and going to tell them to not choose us. I have never heard of a pediatrician office doing that. So I was like, hold up now. Hold up. And honestly, I should have waited until I was live today and I should have called this doctor office right here. So I can be like, hey, what reason did y'all deny my children again? So y'all can actually hear the shit. They literally said because this doctor office told them not to accept us because of behavior issues and we are indecisive when it comes down to vaccinations. That ain't no reason to deny somebody. My thing is, why not ask me from my side of the story? You just gonna believe them because, of course, you know, they are doctors. So you gonna believe the doctors. They is mad that we are leaving their facility and they don't want us to leave. So that's why they stopping us from going to a new facility. I have never heard of a doctor office doing this before. Tell them, oh, don't accept them. Like, these children are asthmatic and they have a lot of issues. So it's like, why would you do that to children? You not only hurt me, but you hurting them children, because at the end of the day, we live in a city where it's not that many pediatrician offices. And then all the pediatrician offices in Montgomery, like, most of them have like 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. So it's like, so now I'm gonna have to get my children in a facility that has like 3-star. This the only facility in Montgomery, literally, that had like great reviews. Like, they had a lot of good reviews, you know. I know it was probably because they probably be getting all their patients like, hey, can you go rate us? Hey, can you go rate us? You can tell that they be going on. Because the ratings, like, it sounds like something that somebody just told them, you know, say whatever. But I wrote on that page, I pretty much said they denied us because blah, blah, blah. I said they denied us because we're in the process of transferring our children, 1 and 3-year-olds, to a new pediatrician office, and physicians of children doctor office is mad about it. They decided to call the new office and tell them that they shouldn't accept us because our babies were late vaccinated. My children are caught up on their vaccinations. At first, I was hesitant on getting them because I was scared of the horrible ingredients, so I missed one appointment. But I rescheduled it and decided to get the vaccination anyway, even though I had my doubts. Plus, they told me, and then another thing, you really can't use it against parents because, honestly, I know so many parents that decided to just not get their children vaccinated at all. And the doctor offices was okay. Mostly everybody I know have decided, look, I'm not going to get my child vaccinated. Just about every parent that I know have decided that they're not going to get their child vaccinated. So it's like, all right, my children are commonly vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. Plus, they told them that there are behavior issues. They are mad because I made a post in a Montgomery Black page asking for a new doctor office. So one day, I made a post in a Montgomery Black page. I was asking for a new doctor office. And then everybody gave me the new doctor office. So I said, okay, thank you, because the lady that sit up front, the black lady, she always get an attitude. She gets smart. She just always be having a bad day. I don't have time for that, because you get an attitude with me, you get smart with me, guess what? I'm going to get one back with you. And they won't make it so bad. I was waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks for y'all to send a PA off for my autistic child. I was waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks for y'all to do a lot of stuff that y'all just don't do. Like when it comes down to facts and all the other stuff, it usually take them weeks and weeks and weeks or months. And then it was like, okay, well, we'll just schedule an appointment and then y'all just come in and see us. Y'all had already said y'all was going to fix everything, they do everything y'all was supposed to do. So it's like, why are you changing it up now at the last minute saying, you know, oh, well, we ain't going to do this. And it's like, I know, like, I don't understand. Like, when you get some facts, you get it the same day. So you should want to send it back the same day or either the next day. It shouldn't be no reason why I'm waiting from July to at the end of August, and then September come here, it still ain't done, and it's September? What? I'm like, nah, man, nah. Yeah, we need a new doctor. And when I tell you, for so long, so many people have told me to get a new doctor, because it's like, why are you going to the hospital for asthma? People have asked me that so many times, why are you going to the hospital for asthma? Because they need to go to the hospital for asthma. And then when I go to the hospital say, well, you're going to have to take them to a pediatrician office because we don't specialize in children. After you've been to say all day, or they'll just give them like a breather treatment and send them home. But then when they go home, they still be like asthmatic. Now, one hospital told me you're going to have to take them to Birmingham because we can't do nothing about it. And that was after me sitting up for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. And I remember my baby, his rates were so low, like his breathing rates were down to a 70. But they was like, you're going to have to just drive them to Birmingham, or either, you know, take them to Birmingham or do something, because Birmingham is better at it. Which it is. Birmingham is the best. Let's just put it that way. But, yeah. So, when I wrote that post on Montgomery Black pages, I also posted in the comments. I said, thank y'all so much, because that black lady that sit at the front, she got an attitude with me, this and that, blah, blah, blah. They had got mad about that post, baby. They had got mad. Even the billing lady was talking crap at the doctor office. I remember my husband had went up there because he was trying to get them to, you know, fax that stuff over. We had been waiting for a long time, weeks and weeks and weeks. And she was like, that they was gonna fax it. That they actually never did fax it until like weeks after that. Even though he kept going up there back to back. And the building lady was like, well, she made a post in a Montgomery page asking for a new doctor. I don't want to have to tell the actual doctor about her making a post asking for a new doctor and then saying that the lady up front getting an attitude with her and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I had asked for the supervisor to call me. The supervisor did not call me back because, of course, you know, they probably had already made it up in their mind. They probably had already told her, hey, this is what happened, you know. Don't believe nothing she says. And because I am a parent and they doctors and nurses, you kind of already know who got the upper hand when it comes down to stuff like this. But I said the wait time is, okay. I made a post on Montgomery Black page asking for a new doctor office simply because I am tired of taking my children to this office. The wait time is 2 hours plus every single time. Then not only that, but they can only see one child and not the other. That ain't right. And y'all know that shit ain't right, bro. Every time I have an issue, they want me to take my children to the hospital because my children's pediatrician is rarely ever there. I have multiple complaints about this office. Yeah, I do. I have multiple complaints about this office that I will be exposing very soon, and I have receipts also. I am suing them today because why would you tell the doctor office to not accept us because of late vaccination and behavior issues? As physicians and children say, this is the worst office ever. Plus, that lady that sit up in the front always have the worst attitude ever. So you damn right I matched her energy. And that's what I did. I matched her energy. You want to get an attitude with me? I'm going to match your energy every time. I am a parent. I should not have to just be like, okay, well, let me choose which child I'm going to go to the doctor for asthma and just, you know, figure it all out. Or let me just choose, like, this or that. And then, like, my thing is, why? Why, for the love of God, why is the doctor never in office? I understand she got another job, but, like, come on now. Oh, yeah, y'all telling us to go to the hospital because you know the doctor ain't there. And then a lot of times they'll be like, well, we short on doctors, or we this or that. And it's like, y'all are always short on doctors. Why are y'all so short on doctors? Like, they be like, oh, just take them to the hospital because we are short on doctors. It is like, oh, they'll say, oh, she's not here, or it's like 1 or 2 doctors here today. And I'm like, oh my God, y'all, they are always short on doctors, or either doctor not there. I really think don't nobody want to work there. Y'all, look at this. Please be patient with us today as our front office is short-staffed. Baby, that office is always short-staffed. When I say it's always short-staffed, it's like it's always an issue with this office. But I'm going to end it right here, y'all. Yeah, let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this situation. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you can be notified each and every time I post. Alright, y'all have any questions, leave it down below. And y'all, all the stuff that I told y'all about this doctor office, that's not even the half. That's not even the half. But making us wait for hours and hours before we get to the back, and then when we finally do get to the back, we still gotta wait. We still gotta wait a long time. That's not right. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's not good. But I'm going to end it here, you guys. Everything that I said in this video is 100% correct. I am not telling no stories, none of that. I mean, I'm still in the process of finding my children in a pediatrician office, but honestly, we are out of luck because these pediatrician offices don't really have no good reviews. So it's like, I mean, you got some that got 2-star and 3-star, but you know, you kind of don't want to take your children to a pediatrician office that don't have, like, you know, at least a 4-star. Okay, so let's type in pediatrician office. See, this is Microsoft Bing. I want to go to Google. Yeah, I want to go to Google because that's not really right. Okay, so we're going to go to the pediatrician office. Alright, so this pediatrician office right here is a 3.6. This 4.0. 3.6, 4.0, 3.1. Oh, y'all can't see it because you. Sorry about that. Alright, so we got 4.5, Health Star Clinic, 3.6, 4.0, 3.1, 3.0. Can you see it? Yeah. 1.9. And as you can see, the one that I was trying to go to, they got 4.8, which is great. And this got a 3.6, this got a 4.2, and the one that we are in, well, this is the old pediatrician office right here with a 3.9. This one got a 2.8, and then the only reason why I got a 3.9 is because they are actually talking about the other doctors. Oh, 5-star to the other doctors, not to the one that I was in. Alright, 2.8, 3.1, so it's like, at this point, what am I going to do? Because I don't want to take my children to a facility that don't have at least a 4.0. Like, the reviews, like, if you're going to read the reviews, it's like... Anyways, I'm in this video right here.